Good morning, guys. Good morning. Real quick, before we get into any new setups, I want to go over the setup we just took and got shafted on. So real quick, let me go ahead and double screen it up here. Why does it keep doing that to me? Much better. Yeah, if you missed the setup yesterday, guys, we did take a Monday W on NQ yesterday, which was nice. And then here's what we had this morning and why I alerted a buy. Obviously, you guys know that I'm bullish primarily this week since we met all sell side objectives on the weekly time frame last week. And it looks a little bit different now that we've had a pretty intense push through. However, take away this 1 hour candle. This is the 1 hour time frame. Take away this 1 hour candle and just remove it from your visual thought process at the moment. So we had SMT divergence between NQ and ES. So here's our SMT right here. These are all the reasons for the trade we took this morning prior to the Zoom call. And if you guys look right here, again, removing the current 1 hour candle that we're looking at, we had SMT, bullish SMT forming at the lows in the form of a lower low on NQ and in the form of a higher low on ES. As you guys can see at this 1 hour candle, NQ had already taken out the sell side liquidity. So at this point, I was expecting us to turn and head for this internal buy side. So that was the reasonings initially for the setup, and then dropping down here to these smaller time frames. So first we'll start on the 5 minute. We can see what? Run out liquidity. We had that huge sell side run on NQ, creating the SMT between ES and NQ, ES being the stronger of the two. So I wanted to take a long here. Had a bullish market structure shift, taking out that first short-term low. And then here was the fair value gap in a level of discount. However, the reason my stop loss was down here and not here is because if you scale in even further to the 1 minute time frame, there was one tiny little gap right here. So I wanted our stop loss to fit both, the reason I put it here is because of that. A tick below this candle. So we had both fair value gaps in this discounted area covered. And yeah, the setup just didn't work out. The only thing I was worried about going into the trade was the fact that it looked like we were respecting this 15-minute fair value gap. So that'd be the only thing that I saw going against us for this setup. But yeah, obviously the setup failed. But yeah, that's the reasons for it. I already took a screenshot, so I'm going to delete all this, keep our chart clean. And we shall reassess. Let's jump out here. 4 hour. So yeah, we're running out sell side right now. We're kind of digging into that structure on the daily and the weekly here on ES. Right in here. So we're digging into this order block. We'll see if we want to work down to the open of this order block here on the weekly into this old new week opening gap as well. But we just put in this fair value gap and this inefficiency so far. Obviously, this weekly candle will have to close below this for this to remain open. So we'll have to see how market behaves as we get closer to CPI and PPI, and we'll see where we're at on this weekly. But again, I'm maintaining bullishness, which I told you guys yesterday. I'm bullish up until this fails. Realistically, that doesn't mean we can't find shorts, guys. You know, if market, when I went to bed last night, I'm like, okay, I'm hoping, because when I went to bed last night, market was like, I don't know, like right here. So I'm like, okay, it'd be great if price sold off overnight, maybe potentially took out sell side, which it did on NQ, and then we could look to get long. I felt like that was the cleanest possible setup. So I woke up, saw that, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I know it's pretty uncharacteristic of me to send out a trade before market open. And believe me, I'm not going to make a habit of doing that. I guess now you can maybe see one of those reasons why. But I felt like the setup was pretty clean. So I guess while we're here, we got some time. I just wanted to go over that setup. Any questions on the setup, by the way? Let me know, let me know, let me know. The setup was in trade alerts. So right under the join call channel, there's a trade alerts. You might have to go to the top and click browse channels. Some people said that they had to do that. If you click browse channels, you can see all the channels. But it should all be there. It's under the alerts section above trade floor. So you got join call and then trade alerts. So yeah, guys, we'll wait here. We'll let this sell side really just run its course. I think the setup failed to do some macro like fundamental thing. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, sometimes the best setups will fail. You know, sometimes. It was a good setup. You know, the only thing we had going against us that I saw was just the fact that we respected this 15-minute gap. If you guys remember, so here's my original plan as well. I should mention this. So my original plan as well was price was coming down really prior to opening bell. We had like a good 25 minutes up to spare. I'm like, hell yeah, that'll be perfect, because then opening bell was hoping that would bring the volume and run us to the upside. So my plan was, if this could poke down, pick us up, go. Once we took out this high, we were going to be risk free anyway. And I think that would have been a good. I think that would have been TP1 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, oh yeah, oh for sure. So that was my plan. So price did pull down. It just didn't pick us up in this gap, and then it went. You know, but I was still willing to put risk on the table for that 1 hour SMT divergence. That's why I did that. We got SMT forming here right now, guys. We got lower lows here on NQ, higher highs here on ES. So we got SMT forming again. If we get a gap that stays open right here, I'm gonna get long. By the way, try to get this. We got 30 seconds, 20 seconds left of this candle. If I can fit it, I'm gonna do it. Yep. I'll do this 3 candle sequence. I don't have full trust in it yet. In the fair value gap candle just yet. We'll get there. All right. So buy limit is set. I'm gonna get ready to go long here. Dude, my head already ready. Boom. All right. Great. I'm in. I'm long. Reasons for the trade: SMT divergence at the lows. Again, we swept all sorts of sell side, swept the opening range low. Displacement up, market structure shift here on the 1 minute. Here's our swing high that we market structure shifted above with displacement. Fair value gap entry, stop below the displacement. Very simple. Yeah, like I said, the only way we're wrong is if our bias is completely wrong. Like if there's another draw, you know, maybe it needs to get to the weekly order block mean threshold first. But that's not the next draw in my opinion. So that's why I'm not favoring that. All right, just gonna mark out this SMT. So I'll mark out everything on this. Kind of a quick setup here again. Right at the beginning of silver bullet hour. Which I feel like we didn't have to wait too long for our setup yesterday either. We had to wait a little bit, but we were tape reading for the beginning half of the session. Let's see, guys. My entry is 95.50. So 550 would be my the beginning new week opening gap high would be TP1. I'll just leave that right there for now. That's 5 handles if you want to TP at 5 handles. All right, I guess I'm out. I closed. Damn. Oops. Screenshot this again. 1 and 2 on the week. Both losses today on ES. We'll let this structure form out. I mean, we got 1 minute market structure shifts. However, we're right inside this gap here on the 1 and 2 minute. Would prefer to see these disrespect first, which it looks like they are beginning to do. This fair value gap candle is now failing. You know, if people had their stops here, boom, they're getting ran right now. But yeah, this will be my max threshold. 2 4 handle losses. That's I'm at like 0.8% down. So one more of a trade like that, I'll be over 1% on the day. And my max threshold for the entire day is 2%. That's my rule. But would like to give room for PM session as well if it comes to that. You know what I mean? So that's what I would like to do. A little bit more high resistance here too because we did poke through this low. And it looks like we got more strength here on NQ, which I'm liking. Wouldn't want to see this displace. Wouldn't want to see it start displacing down. Probably would just prefer to wait at that point. And then ES tapped into that volume imbalance. NQ, not so much yet. So if you wanted to factor in any sort of like SMT with that, kind of keep that in mind. And we did hit consequent encroachment of this new week opening gap on ES. Let's draw this position up. Looks pretty good to me. Target all this imbalance up here. Perfect. Didn't displace down to it. Alright, I'm gonna create limit order guides right now. Pretty light risk as well, right? So I'm doing 1 contract here. I'll do buy limit here on NQ. For a nice little 1.3% gainer if this can deliver here. Oh wow, we're in already. Boom. Okay. I'm in. I'm in. Last trade of the morning, guys. Overall, so far this morning, I've put a smidge over 1% of my accounts at risk today with these 3 trades. And I'm gonna be done even if this loses, just because I want to just wait for PM session. I'm not gonna try to catch a falling knife and force longs in a short, heavy environment. Let's go, Mike. Come on. That's what I'm saying. We needed you this whole time. Relative equal highs. Go take them out. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. All right. Sweet. I'm risk free. Partialing is all completely up to you. What a reaction, guys. My God. Alright. I just closed my MetaTrader one as well. Man. Fucking pain in the ass today. So let's let this candle do its thing. Can get away with a pretty tight stop here on ES. I will enter if we get one more push down into here. Otherwise, I'll leave the limit order for the 2-minute. Buy limit, bada bing, bada boom. Cool. All right, guys. I just got triggered in. This is only a 4. I don't even need a 4-handle stop. Wait, yeah, I do. Okay. This is a 4-handle stop loss. So again, risking a little less than 0.5%. If it loses, I'll be down 1.2% on the day. And that'll leave me a little bit of room for PM session. Barring a tragedy here. Entry is 86.75, so 91.75 would be the 5-handle mark for where my entry is. There's 5 handles right there. If you would like, you could hold for this high up here. That's a really nice TP one, actually. Look at these relative equal highs right in this gap. How far is that? 6 3/4. I just told him, like, listen, I'll freaking get your ice and make food for you, but you got to figure out wiping your own ass. I ain't doing that. There's TP1 if you guys want, guys. I'm going to remove risk. All right, I'm out. I'm done for the morning. I'm going to screenshot this. We're 0-3 with the magnet. Never putting it on again. Man, fuck this market today. So, alright guys, I'll see where we're at for PM session. If you guys have an old account called Infinity Futures. Got you. Yeah, if you guys need anything, reach out or drop it in the Discord. Technically, so I lost 2 trades this morning. Both of these trades for me ended up break even. Literally gave smallest low-hanging fruit possible on both the winning trades this morning. So we'll leave it at that, and I guess we will retouch base in about an hour and 15 minutes, and probably gonna just look to see if we can keep playing the same bias long here. So I'll keep you guys updated, guys. If you need anything, reach out. Have an amazing Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys later today. All right, peace out, y'all.